With the success of the first Road Rash title, it did not take Electronic Arts long to put out a sequel to the game, the appropriately titled Road Rash 2, made in 1992. While you still only raced on 5 tracks in total throughout the entire game, now they're based on actual states from the US. Wow! You now had access to one new weapon, the chain! Holy! There were also more obstacles to contend with this time around. More animals, for example. There were police officers you can actually knock down. And the coup de grace. Split-screen multiplayer where you and your friends can work together to bash the computer or simply take your aggressions out on each other. Oh yeah! Awesomeness! Road Rash 2 is not a simple sequel where they simply added some new tracks and changed the music and added multiplayer. No, it's a truly complete, fleshed out game. A lot of the good aspects from the first game return feeling more polished and improved. Musically, you can even argue the game sounds a heck of a whole lot better. The computer opponents too this time around seem not to be so perfect where they don't seem to crash into anything. And the same types of challenges and obstacles still apply in each race. You never know what you're going to get and what the game's going to throw at you, and it keeps the experience fresh and original each time around. Now, while the graphics of Road Rash 2 may look quite similar to the first game, the environments certainly look a little more varied this time around, rather than simply looking like a yellow, green, and slightly lighter green textures on the ground. You also race on named tracks, not just generic Pacific Coast or Redwood Forest. This time around you race in Alaska, Hawaii, Vermont, and Tennessee. Yeah, this was back in the day where you can get away with simply naming your tracks by a particular location, even if that location is an entire state. So in Road Rash 1 we had racer profiles, so what do they do in Road Rash 2? Well, the profiles are back, but this time we have cutscenes. That's right, every time you finish a race, you get busted by the cops, or you wreck your bike, you get a cutscene. And let me tell you, there's one type of cutscene per action per level. But they change as the levels advance, so what the hell. So while you may get tired watching the same victory cinematic or busted cinematic in a level, at the very least they're quite entertaining. At least I think so. Oh! That's gotta hurt. Well, I hope you like the racing profiles from the first game, cause they're back, and the characters are kookier than ever. It's like a sitcom, so let's see what they have to say about me, the racer. Thanks, Natasha. That's real nice of you. Why? Alright, who's next? Throw a party. Yes, I'm gonna throw a party. I just got first place. Yeesh. Alright, you have won, now we are enemies. That's a little harsh, buddy. We just finished a race. Jeez, enemies. Now, getting back to the game, the music once again excels in Road Rash 2. The tunes are a little bit more varied, with some added instrumentation and effects being used, compared to the straightforward hard rock sound in the first game. Honestly, though, I prefer the first game's music to this one. But Road Rash 2's soundtrack is still quite stellar. Alaska, Tennessee's, and Vermont's tracks are some of my favorites from this game. And honestly, with all the flack the Megadrive gets for its music, the soundtrack is really, really awesome. Once again, you will be racing on the same 5 tracks from the US states as you advance from level 1 to level 5, with each track getting a bit longer. Somehow, most gamers, I imagine, will be feeling ripped off, because the developers did this in the first game. And I agree, it would have been cool if, say, maybe in level 3 they switched out 1 to maybe 3 new states, make some new environments, keep it fresh. I mean, it's cool to race on the same 5 tracks, but it gets old because you're just seeing new sights. Wow, so fun. If there's a positive, it's the fact that these environments look quite nice and are varied enough as you proceed through the levels in comparison to the first game, so there's that, I guess. Road Rash 2 does not mess with the formula that made the first game such a success. Fun racing plus violence equals, profit, I suppose, because you earn money. Let's go with that. It also challenged you in avoiding the different obstacles each level has, all to be number 1. If you didn't like the first game, it's hard to recommend as there really is not a whole lot of new and radical changes this time around. Overall, the game feels fresh enough where it doesn't just feel like a quick rehash done by Electronic Arts to make some money. Road Rash 2 is a pretty good sequel. With the new tracks, new environments, and overall a fresh experience combined with split-screen multiplayer, there is plenty for gamers who enjoyed the first title to also enjoy this one too. So if you see this game in your journeys, pick it up, it's worth a playthrough. So till next time, we will move on to the final title in the trilogy, Road Rash 3. And now, our feature presentation. The violence and crashing montage part 2! Boom! That's gotta hurt! Eee. Oh, here it comes. Here. Oh, that's kind of lame. Moving on. Signage! Ooh, he went really far this time around. Here we go. Oh, we got clipped there. Yeah. Racing. Oh, a deer! Oh, what the? Oh, how did people propel him forward? And he gets busted. Oh, that's just awesome. He wins and he gets hit by the car! Nice!